1, 2. Hop, hop, chin.
Santé.
Sure.
De la bière. La mousse. Storytime.
So,
You've got to speak English.
I got
Think New York.
something that might be interesting is what's the story behind your first apartment?
First apartment. First apartment in Paris was in the 9th arrondissement, where I still live today, and it is an apartment in a very old building, an 18th century building. So what I liked about it is it had huge ceiling height, 11, 12 foot ceilings. So really, really great ceiling. First floor, which was the old étage noble, the old noble's floor, where all the rich people used to live. And I bought the apartment with a lot of work to do. It was something I really wanted to do. I really wanted to have a project, a renovation project. And so then we undertook, it was about, how big was the apartment? About 600 square foot. And it was a full renovation, A to Z. It was an apartment which had been chopped up into lots of small little rooms like they used to do back in the day. And then we undertook a full gut renovation on the apartment. And what was amazing there is we saw underneath the layers of decoration, underneath the layers of renovations which had been done, we saw these most amazing original features. So huge stones, huge big limestone, this amazing beam structure with actually these very small beams coming out, which we opened up to let the light come through. It was really cool. Underneath the carpet, was a layer of cardboard and another layer of carpet, another layer of cardboard, and then under was the original parquet floor as well. So the wooden herringbone parquet, and that was super cool. So I think the most exciting thing for me was doing the renovations. I'd looked at quite a few places and I really saw that people, the quality of the renovation wasn't always that great. It wasn't necessarily the finish I wanted. It's not like what I was expecting in the UK and the US. So it was really cool to see that and actually have my own project and make what turned out to be a super cool apartment.
So who do you think does the best renovations? French or in the UK? Or in the US?
I work with a Colombian team.
Okay. So,
No, look, the quality of renovation, it's always very different. The underlying work, you'll find great quality wherever you go. I think the main difference will be in the appliances that people choose and the way and the finishes really. The finishes in terms of decoration. There is, of course, in France, people tend to try and expose the original features as much as possible. The ceiling moldings, the parquet, any wooden beams, so that's super cool. Whereas in the States, aside from when you have some amazing Victorian houses and things like that, a lot of it is more recent construction, and then you have some really cool spaces, bigger spaces as well in the States, bigger kitchens, bigger appliances, bigger fridge, which is always a funny point because Americans never understand how small the Parisian fridge is, which is sometimes just under the countertop.
how hard was it to get the financing? How do you finance it?
How do we finance? Yeah? You like it? Yeah, it's very nice.
Very nice.
Very nice.
God bless you.
Take care. So we've got the right equipment. That's good to know. Financing. Yeah, financing is a lot of paperwork, but it's worth it. It's a lot of paperwork, particularly when you're coming over as a non-fiscal resident, so non-tax resident. But there are really good specialists who can sort that out. Lots of paperwork, deposits between 10 and 30%, depending on whether you're a tax resident or not. But yeah, lots of paper, but but you get there in the end, and especially today, I mean, the interest rates are so low that it's really worth it.
Have you ever lived in this apartment?
Yes.
Yeah?
Yeah, I lived there. I was very happy there. I lived there for four years, maybe.
Okay.
Yeah, it's great.
So at first you bought it to live in it as a residence.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's exciting. It's a great project. You know, it really allows you to put your own stamp on your living space, and I think to really enjoy. It was a really enjoyable experience as well. You know, deciding all the finishes, how you want the floor plan, where I love to cook, and how did I want the kitchen done. Yeah, so that was a lot of fun, and so I mean that's the big difference between rental and buying your own place. It's really that personal touch.
Is it difficult to turn it from a primary residence to a rental investment?
Non, il faut que tu reprennes ça.
C'est vrai?
Doing English with Harry.
How do you turn a... How did...
We're going to start a new series here. It's called English with Harry.
No, no.
He's good, but he's just shy.
I haven't spoken English for a while now. How difficult was it from...
Excuse-moi, 2 petites secondes.
So how hard is it to turn an apartment from a primary residence to a rental investment?
Very easy, very, very easy. Yeah, so all you need to do is you declare your new primary residence to the tax authorities, and then declare any rental income which comes from your secondary residence.
Okay, so we've been 8 months now since you've left your old brokerage to start your own one. So how is it going so far, I guess?
How's it going? It's going well. It's going really well. It's in terms of sales and numbers, I think it's more than I could have expected. In terms of challenges, it's certainly a lot more than could have been expected, and it's very exciting because there's a lot of new challenges and new things to think about, which perhaps I wasn't thinking about before. And so yeah, and the more we do, the more we work, the more I realise that there is something great in what we're doing, and then there's really a channel, and it's the right way to be doing business, and for now, and more importantly for the future. So yeah, happy. It's more complicated than planned, but yeah, it's brilliant.
You said that there were many challenges. Maybe just cite one of the challenges that you faced and that you think that is still a big challenge and you haven't found a solution to it yet.
I think the biggest challenge, and this I speak to a lot of entrepreneurs about this, and it's actually hiring people. Now I've obviously got very lucky with the man opposite me, so that's good. Thumbs up. But now it's really not only about finding the right people, but also making time to find them. You know, there's so much work to be done. There's so much work to be done that making time to search for people is really important. So that I think has been the biggest challenge. But yeah, I'm confident that what we're doing and our approach is going to naturally attract people to the company. I think it's a modern way of doing real estate, and I think there's a lot of upside that's coming in terms of the hiring and building a team. This said, if you're watching this and you're interested in working in real estate,
what's been the best and the worst moments you've lived so far in this journey?
the best and worst moments in this journey. I think the worst moment was also a product of the best moment. The worst moment was absolutely when we had a lot of apartments for sale, which thankfully are mostly now sold. But it was just completely endless, and that feeling that you're not that you really have to run to keep up your level of service, which is ultimately what people have come for. You know, that's really hard when there just simply aren't enough hours in the day, and you're really stressed and tired and doing long days on that. That's the hardest bit. But I think the best is then sort of looking back at getting through that period, learning a lot from it, thinking how we can do things better in the future, and also looking at the results, because you know everything's been going really well so far, and it provides a really good platform to move on. So yeah, worst is dealing with more clients than you can really manage. And the best is being able to deal with them and coming through the other side.
The point is you have to hire someone.
Yeah, so right, here we go. Yeah, back to the hire question.
See, if you want to work,
Yeah.
or something.
This is just turning into a job advert.
Yeah.
What's next? The idea is to build out a team, but on a more of a mini team-based approach. So that means that around someone who is working as a main agent, then they have people working with them, taking off a little bit of the less, as we say, dollar productive, euro productive work, but at the same time learning, so that they really form a team within the team, and then adding agents who then grow, build their own teams within the structure, and yeah, grow out like that. Really, each person bringing their own personality, their own approach. Obviously, we want to get people in front of the camera, but you know, it's not exclusively people who want to be in front of the camera. So anyone who's quality with the right approach, want to get them out there and give them the support to really succeed. So thanks for watching. A bit more of a relaxed video today. Not showing you apartments, not talking about market advice, not talking about Paris, really more about personal experiences. Hopefully give you a bit more of insight into my personality and what happens behind the scenes. It would be great to hear any questions you have about that, about setting up a company in France, about buying a first apartment in Paris. It's all super exciting stuff. So yeah, don't hesitate. And as ever, super grateful if you subscribe, if you share this content with anyone who might be interested. Thank you for watching, and see you soon.